Hello and welcome. It's a good day to be on the farm. My name is Chuck, and this is my Shepherd Chuck series where we are raising sheep in New Frontier. Wanted to bring you guys back in because it is now March, and as you can see, we've got some wool sitting here ready to go. I want to show you also in the animal menu we've had our third generation of sheep. So in January, the Steinschafts had another 13 lambs. And in March, just here this morning, the Landerance sheep have had another set of 13 lambs. So we are to the point where our sheep pasture is almost full. So we have 78 of 82 animals. Um, and we're going to keep making extra sheep as we go. So at this point, we're probably going to want to sell a couple of the adults if we can to leave room for more lambs as we go. So in here, let me, can I do it? Is it better here? No, it's better in this menu. Nope, it is better in this menu. I apologize. So what I need to know is which ones are near reproduction. So our 19-month-old Steinschafts are 40%. So in 3 months, they'll reproduce again. But these 7-monthers are only at 87% puberty, so they're not reproducing, and the 2-monthers are at 25%. Same thing here. These just reproduce, so 62% to puberty, 0% to puberty. So the ones we want to sell are also the ones that reproduce. So if we have room for 4 lambs, the ideal thing would be to sell 9 of these, I think, because then we'd only have 4 that would reproduce and thus fill the spots of the 4 lambs. But if we sell 9, we'll have 9 extra spots. So this is where it gets a little mathy, trying to figure out what to do, because 2 months after that, these ones will reproduce again. So it might actually make sense to sell some of the Landerance ones that just reproduced, since they're 525 versus 575, negligible difference, and leave room for 13. So if we need 4 of these, we have room for 4. If we sell 9 more of these, then when these guys reproduce again in 3 months, we'll be able to accommodate 13 more lambs. So I think selling 9 of the Landerance ones that just reproduced is kind of where that sits. So we're going to kind of work our way through that. But before we do that, sorry, that was a lot of math. But before we do that, I want to also point out we pulled off 4,000 liters of wool, so that we had room to produce, and we have another 2,000 liters here. So we can load up 6,000 liters of wool to sell, and we have these 5 silage bales to sell. So we kind of have quite a bit to sell this month. Also, I'm ready for a cut on this field, but I was going to let the worker do it for me, but the worker won't start when I'm negative $5,000. So actually, let's do this first. So let's take these here at 19 months, and we're going to transfer them out of. And if we transfer 9 out, transfer 9 animals to the trailer. Yes, animals have moved to the trailer. Okay, so now if we come back in here and look at our sheep barn, we have, nope, we have 69 out of 82. So if we make 13 more in 3 months, we'll be at 82. 69, 70, 71, 72 plus 10 is 82. Yes. Okay, so did my math right. Let's start with this. We're going to bring the Massey around, and since we have to go pick up the trailer at the shop anyway to pick up both those silage bales and those 6,000 liters of wool, we're going to go ahead and start by taking the trailer up. We'll leave the trailer, we'll leave the animal trailer up near the shop, and we'll bring back the bale trailer is the plan. And hopefully we'll be able to switch back and start this worker mowing our grass field as well. As you can also see, we've got these 2 other grass fields that we made last time. They're looking nice and green, so they've been doing well over the winter. They should be ready for a harvest here in a month or 2. But we'll mow the main field today, and we'll worry about those fields next because they're not quite as fertilized, and we won't get as many bales off of them anyway. So I really at some point need to take over lot 40 so I can continue my road. Because basically I have my road on the land that we own, but when I get over here, I can't really see where I'm going. So regardless, we just find a path through the trees. I'd love to buy 39 and put in a road, and then buy 40 and put in a road, like just buy them and sell them, just so we had a road back to the shop that wasn't too terribly confusing. Maybe someday we'll do that in a future episode just to make it more legible. So there's our bale trailer sitting there, but we're going to go all the way up to the animal dealer and sell these 9 animals first, and hopefully that will at least get us positive or close. We're 4,971 in the hole, and 525 times 9 is like what, 4650 or 4625 something. So not quite enough. We'll have to get the silage sold too, and then we'll make profit on the wool hopefully. We also should probably check and see how, if we have a pallet of fabric. It'd be really nice to sell 4,000 liters of wool and 1,000 liters of fabric rather than just selling 6,000 liters of wool and nothing. So, and no fabric. Not nothing. You know what I mean. But we are now ready for the summer of year 2, where we're going to start making some actual progress, I think, because our sheep pen is about full. We're making wool every day. Let's see, in our trailer we have these animals, and if we sell 9, ooh, even better, 5,175. So let's sell those. We now have $203 to our name, which is just enough to get this guy going. And hopefully by the time we make it back, we'll get that silage sold before he takes us down to $0. So progress is being made. I'm feeling pretty good about this. I will say this, hard economy is a new thing for me. I haven't done that on any of my other series, I believe. I tried once on FS22, but it didn't. I think I only did like a couple episodes, or maybe I didn't even publish those episodes. Can't quite remember. But here on 25, I certainly haven't done much with it. Everything's been on normal economy. I never do easy economy, but I tend to stick to the normal economy. So it's definitely been a challenge, and I'm hoping to make some money to repair our Massey Ferguson. We've got 8 hours of use on it so far, and it's starting to show. It's about halfway down on the maintenance bar. And this is our main tractor, so we need to keep it running well, or we're not going to be able to do anything. I can't rely on that Zetter to be the only tractor on the farm. So we're going to go ahead and hopefully, depending on what we make off this silage and wool fabric, or both wool and fabric, we might actually end up preparing this the Massey Ferguson today as well. So but while we're just driving back to the farm, I wanted to ask you guys if you have any tips for working on the hard economy. If there's anything in particular I should be focusing on. I know lumber, obviously, almost every YouTuber does lumber on not only this map, but on a lot of the maps as a quick way to kind of fast track your farm. And I'm not opposed to doing lumber, but as I said in a previous episode, oh man, this fog is thick. I can't even see our road. There it is. Okay. As I said on a previous episode, until we make at least the $37,000 we need for a chainsaw and the lumber mill, the little micro lumber mill, we're not going to be able to start doing lumber. So let's pick up these. Okay. And ooh, we're down to $153 already. This guy is charging us an arm and a leg. Um, all right, so that's one thing to consider. Um, and I've heard wood chips are pretty good too. So, but obviously wood chips are most likely either coming from lumber that you're cutting down and hauling to a wood chipper, or I'm doing poplar, which I did do that test on poplar on my channel about a month ago, and it does seem quite lucrative. So I just don't know if that transfers to hard economy as well, as maybe just some other crops might. I'm a little hesitant to get into arable crops because we don't have seeder, planter, a weeder, or a hoe to get rid of the weeds or anything else to process. You know, those like a harvester. And then even then we're just making grain. So that grain would then need a processing plant to become flour or cereal or any of those other things that you can make out of it. So it's like we've already started down the grass route and the livestock route. So I mean, maybe biogas would be an option if we got a biogas plant of some sort. Or I don't know. I know I've been making hay to feed the sheep. Focusing more on silage than hay might be a way to go, but obviously we wanted to make sure we had food for the sheep as they continue to fill up the pasture. I mean, the goal is to get a second lot of land and then get more grass and maybe a second pasture of sheep and kind of work our way through there, but we're clearly not that far yet. So we'll go ahead and just pull through here with our little trailer here, and we'll just detach and sell those. Okay, 3,500, good. That is probably enough to repair the Massey by itself. So let's go ahead and zip back over. And the silage price I've discovered is pretty stable. It's fluctuates, I think, from 114 to 119 per 1,000 liters. So it's roughly $4 to $5 different depending on the month. So I didn't even check the price before I sold it. And I know I sold those hay bales to get the seeder attachment to the roller. And that took, I think, 5 hay bales to get 3,500. No, it took more than 5. I can't remember exactly. Anyway, we just sold 5 silage ones and got, roughly $3,000. So, I also kind of need gas. Not really, but don't want to get too far away from that. So let's just see how much it costs to repair our Massey here, because I want to stay on top of that. $3,000. $3 there, nothing. 144. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and repair the Massey. Easy come, easy go, right? And 144 there. We'll repair our front loader arms because we need those. Pallet forks are doing fine, and our wagon is doing fine. So down to 265, but that paid for the repairs. That's a good step for us today. All right, and then let's go figure out the wool and fabric situation. So anyway, I'm just open to like tips and tricks on the best way to advance in the hard economy besides lumber. I mean, we are loosely planning on doing lumber next, and maybe that is the only thing that makes sense. But if you've got some other suggestions, I'd love to hear them. I just kind of wanted to start with the livestock on this one and really see, like, because I think we just made $5,000 on 9 sheep. Well, we bought 13 of the lambs for $2,600. We did that twice. So essentially those 9 that we sold have now put us in the black for the 26 lambs that we bought before. So anything that reproduces from this point on is profit. And then any wool that they produce also is profit. And we're feeding them with the meadow for the most part, so we're able to retain most of our bales so we can sell those, which is also profit. So that is working out well. Let's see, do we have a pallet of anything yet? We do not. 838 liters of fabric, 3,000 liters of wool. So we can't even fit a full pallet of wool in there. and we don't have fabric to sell, so I'm just going to go ahead and sell all 6 of those pallets of wool, because by the time we get far enough down to need another pallet of wool, I'm sure we'll have made one. So we'll go ahead and pull this up here in a way that doesn't overlap the field too terribly much, hopefully. And I am really digging this little FarmTech trailer. I know I've used it in some other series. This is the auto-load version, obviously. But it's nice. It's about the right size for our small equipment. And even though this is an autoloader, it does have straps, where I'm used to using that other autoloader that doesn't have straps. So that's nice, because now we can use our one trailer for both the pallets and for the bales. And we're doing pretty good here. And I'm pretty sure we're going to do silage off this first cut here. And then we'll also do some silage off the other 2 little fields as well. Let's see, so this is 2,000 liters. And get that relatively centered. Nice, that worked well. And it seems to be working, hitting him from this side and picking up 2 at once. Now it's not going to work that well when we pick up those last 2, but I think we can get 6,000 liters on here. And then I'm assuming the farmer's market is the place to sell these 2. I don't think there's a spinnery on this other than my little one that we've just added. But we'll take a look at the prices and see. Hopefully this isn't a bad month to sell wool. I should have checked before I loaded this trailer up, but we do need some cash, or that worker is not going to finish that field for us, and we needed the repairs, so I think we're just going to have to maybe sell this wool at whatever today's price is, regardless of the fluctuation, because we don't have any fabric and we don't have many other options. The other main option that we have would be to sell those hay bales, knowing that we can always get fresh hay off the field, but I'm already loaded with 4,000 liters of this, so chances are we're not going to do that. Alright, so let's get, and you can see these are facing different directions, because I had to move that first pallet, the one that's in the upper right on these. It was in the way before, so I moved it back there and I just kind of slid it, but as long as it's in the as long as it's in between the yellow lines. Where is... Okay, so we're going to get one out here. We didn't have it, folks. Stand it back up. Something's not right about this angle. Let's come across this way. Ooh, that was kind of close. Should have checked where I was backing up. Almost caused an accident on my own farm. Alright, let's get these oriented better. Okay. That's one. Now if we zip over here, I don't like that I'm driving over this grass line, but we're gonna... Oh no, our mirror is hitting. And now we've turned it the wrong way. Can we grab it? Come on, it's gonna be close. Yes, we got it. All right. That actually worked better than I thought it was going to. I thought I was going to have to move one, move the other, then reline them up, and then stack them. So, we need to get this strapped onto the trailer, and then we'll check the wool price, just to know. I mean, I don't know what we're going to do if it says it's like the worst of all the year. And now that I've said that out loud, I'm sure that's what's going to happen. But, like I said, we need to pay this worker who's diligently mowing our field for us. So, that is some pretty good stacking, I must say. And that trailer is full, which is also nice. Okay, let's back up here. And I'm just going to pose for a screenshot real quick. I think that looks pretty cool. And pose for a screenshot from this way, even better. All right, let's hop in the cab and then take a look at the prices. Okay, wool is going to be at the bottom. Wood chips and wool are the two things we talked about today. And they're the ones at the bottom. I still say Giants needs to add a page down function or a way to get to the bottom or favorite a crop. Ooh, that would be nice. Yes, Giants, add a favorite to this menu so you can favorite what you normally grow and leave it at the top so you don't have to scroll down for the price. That would be really nice. All right, so oh no, it's not too bad. Max is 1,100. We're at basically 1,000 at the farmer's market. No, we're at 1,100 at the farmer's market. Okay. Well, that settles that. Let's go ahead and drop this off, and that should give us a little bit of walking around money, which will be really nice because we've got work to do. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, look, worker B stopped working unexpectedly. Not enough money. We were too slow in loading our bales that the worker quit on us. You know, he's just taking a lunch break, I think is what's happening. He's on lunch, and that's okay. Everybody should get a lunch break. I do believe in that. But he's not going to work until we make a little bit more money. Probably should have waited to repair the Massey till the end of the day as to not have this happen. But, you know, got to learn from your mistakes, people. But overall, I'm just having so much fun with this series. I hope it shows in the videos. I hope you guys can kind of tell from what I've been doing that I'm putting a lot of time and effort into this series. I'm just really enjoying the bootstrapping it, if you will, and just trying to make it work. So I think this one is going to go on for a while. I know a lot of my series tend to last 8, 9, 10 episodes and then kind of fizzle out, and usually I have already started another farm by the time I get to 8 or 9 episodes, and you know, my attention wanders. But I've just been playing a lot of this one, and I'm really enjoying it. I want to get our second plot of land, and I want to cut a new field in, and I want to continue to get the livestock going. I'm just happy we're finally getting some progress. Oh, look at that. I love the multiple front back straps too. Okay, we made $6,600 on wool, and our production is still going, making that fabric, which is going to make even more, but wool did well, and the max wool price looked to be in May, in 2 months from now. So if we have some extra wool in May, we might just sell that at max price just to help us get a little bit farther along and get us closer to that 36,000 that we need to start doing lumber stuff. So anyway, I'm going to stop rambling now and cut the episode here. But I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying this series as much as I'm enjoying making it for you. Please leave me a comment. Let me know your ideas on what else I should try on this series, and I will catch you in the next one. All right, take care. See you soon. Bye.